All right, what's going on, my friends? Lightning Thunderbolt here. It is officially November, and you guys know what that means. We are less than a week away from Sonic Frontiers. This is it. Now, we've been covering some of the upcoming content for Frontiers, the gameplay previews, and like a lot of the speculation on the channel. And I don't want to obviously run through any spoilers and everything. So I've been trying to minimize the Frontiers content until we actually get to launch day. But I'm a little late to the party on this one. But as you guys know, the official Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube, which is where we're watching this now, just yesterday released the Sonic Frontiers Prologue video, Divergence. This was, I think, animated by Tyson Hesse and written by Ian Flynn, actually. So now I've already watched it a couple of times, but you're not really gonna see my initial reactions, but I thought it was pretty great initially. But we're basically gonna go over some of the details that are here and talk about my thoughts regarding it and my thoughts for the game. Hey, just before we get started, I just want to remind you all that thank you so much for getting us to 900 subs. Our 900 sub special is going to be this Friday. There's a poll in the community tab, so don't forget to vote for that. We're going to be either doing a Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit Deathless run or Sonic and the Fallen Star Damageless run. So make sure to vote on that for what you want. And with regards to the channel and everything, we're obviously going to be running for 1,000 subs. We're running Sonic Frontiers. Well, we're running Frontiers regardless, and we're going to be running Sonic Adventure 2 for 1,000. However, if we hit 1K subs before Sonic Frontiers comes out, and I know that's a big ask at this point, but if we hit 1K before Frontiers comes out, we're actually going to be doing a for the memes, a Big the Cat fishing challenge where we try to get a 2,000 gram variant of every single fish, or just the highest weight of every fish. And I'm also going to be 100%ing Sonic Labyrinth. It was a challenge that that one of my mods issued to me. But yeah, if we can hit 1K before Frontiers launches, then we will run that challenge. So do with that info what you will. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. And again, thank you so much for 900. I'm really looking forward to running Frontiers on launch day. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. As always, the link for the original video will be in the description. Honestly, was really looking forward to this animation, so I'm glad we got to see it before Frontiers launches. So, I've rambled long enough. Let's not waste any more time and get right into it. So it opens with Angel Island.
Angel Island. A land of miracles.
Right off the bat,
mysteries.
Got adventure vibes.
My home. I am its guardian. I watch over the Master Emerald and every living thing here. That is to say, all the plants and animals.
Not crazy about this
kind of civilization has long since disappeared from the island.
Not crazy about this Knuckles voice, honestly. It's alright, it's not the best.
How I like it. I don't need anyone else to get by. But sometimes, I wonder how things would be if I hadn't been given this responsibility. Why was I chosen for this duty? Perhaps it's karma.
As soon as we saw Takal was referencing adventure.
Attempted to steal a power that wasn't theirs.
And the chaos scream.
The question is, whose power was it originally? Who built this shrine to the emeralds? And where did they go?
Right, so, okay, before we go any further, I did want to talk about a couple of things. So the Knuckles voice, I mean, I think it's the same one, it's the same VA from TSR, and Boom Era Knuckles as well, which is eh. I mean, it's obviously not like Dan Green, Idris Elba, so it's not like top-tier Knuckles, but he has improved noticeably. It's it's not like an ideal Knuckles voice, but he's delivering the lines good enough, so I can give him credit for that. If it's Sega's voice direction, I feel like they should continue to try out. I don't know. It kind of feels like they go with the first one that they hear right away. Also, everyone popped off the moment that they saw Tikal and the adventure stuff, because I've been replaying Sonic Adventure a lot on the channel. Y'all already know this, and I'm a huge adventure fan. So the fact that they're referencing adventure with the flashbacks and everything, I mean, of course it makes sense because Knuckles always thinks about that. But the amount of adventure influence that's gone into this animation is great. And then the other interesting thing I want to talk about, of course, is the fact that Ian Flynn references the origin of the emeralds. Because if you remember, I don't know if it was in an interview or like earlier leaks, but Ian Flynn did reference the idea that he's like he was thinking about, like, he had a theory on what the origin of the Chaos Emeralds and the Master Emerald was and everything. And at first I thought that was just like a leak that it was going to be a part of Frontiers, but as it turns out, in the prologue, it's now been confirmed, like, yeah, that's like part of the story. So I guess in the story we're going to get to see his take on the origin of the emeralds, which is fascinating because in with the team I'm working with right now, the team I'm working with on our current fan game, Sonic Elements, we actually the lore behind our story actually talks about our own take on the theory of the origin of the Chaos Emeralds and the Master Emerald and all of that. So I'm actually curious to see where Ian Flynn goes. My story focuses on more of a sort of beginning of the universe creation theory type thing, as where I'm guessing Flynn's story is going to go in the direction of possibly something along the lines of like an ancient civilization, like someone originally created the emeralds, or maybe he's going to sort of leave it open ended as to where the emeralds themselves came from. But maybe there's like the very first civilization that used the emeralds, and that might be linked to the Starfall Islands and the Cocos and Sage even. Like maybe Sage was some ancient guardian behind it, because those were like the kind of vibes I was getting after having watched through this. But I mean, who knows, you know? But yeah. Anyway, continuing on. And see, I thought those were the Starfall Islands, but it's Sky Sanctuary actually. Like how it's linked to Angel Island. Paying attention to canon.
I need to know every possible vulnerability.
Good design.
I've explored the island top to bottom.
All right, and I also popped off as soon as I saw Chao. I'm like, yes, the move content, let's go. Because you already know we've been running a lot of Chao content as well. There, I mean, I'm sorry to just stop again, but it's like you gotta appreciate the way they animated the Chao. Like, look at they're so adorable. I love the Chao. Sega, bring back the Chao Garden, please. We're probably not gonna get it in Frontiers, but God, we need the Chao Garden back. Like, Chao Mix has been talking about it a lot. Like, so many people just want the Chao Garden back. Like, it's a given. Like, oh my God, the amount of just the adorableness of the Chao, the amount of depth there was to like the Chao raising system with like the first Evos, the second Evos, the hidden nature of Chaos Chao. Like, if it turned out that Cocos were secretly like captured Chao, or like dormant ancient Chao or something, and then like it turns out there actually is a Chao Garden in Frontiers, like I would pop off. Just, I mean, we need the Chao back. They're just so wonderful. And Sega, don't think I don't see what you're doing. Like, I'm more and more hopeful about Frontiers. We're keeping our fingers crossed, holding our breath, because we don't know for sure. We'll wait until the game comes out to know for sure. I'm definitely excited at this point, but like, listen, do not mess this up. We need this one to be good. But as far as the Chao go, it's like, don't think I see what you haven't been doing, Sega. You're putting the Chao in because, like, hey, adventure fans, look, Chao. It's like, yeah, put that in the games. Like, it's like, look, if it's not in Frontiers, I'm not gonna like, make a big deal out of it. But it's like, you gotta stop doing this. You gotta stop teasing the Chao and then never putting them in the games, because, like, yes, we like the Chao. These guys, ideal forms of little critters that you take care of in Sonic. We want them back. We want them back, Sega. So it's just like. But yeah, the fact that, like, it's Sky Sanctuary, and then there's Chao on Sky Sanctuary, sort of referencing Angel Island and Adventure. Love that. We got the Hero Fly type here. I love the variants. These guys are all neutral. The Hero Fly doesn't actually have golden wings, so I'm kind of glad they referenced that. Neutral Fly right there.
Day. New routes between regions. Ruins of different echidna tribes.
Oh, poor guy. He's like, I got you. Pops tree. There's the fruit. And the fact that they are actually using the the genuine Chao voice clips from like SA1 and SA2, like, I love that. Beautiful, great attention to detail, chef's kiss. And then great gliding animation, sound effects with Knuckles, good stuff. All right, and then there's this hidden area you hadn't seen. How do you never explored this before? That's a neutral Fly.
Hold on, little guy.
So yeah, we got neutral Fly trying to get, I guess, a mask that resembles a Coco, I think. And let me actually look at Knuckles, like his speech on this one.
Hold on, little guy. I'll help.
Oh, he's so adorable. Look at him. But yeah, That sigh there that Knuckles did when he looked up, that was reminiscent of Dan Green. I will say that. Yeah, that he definitely was channeling Dan Green right there. That was pretty good. But yeah, no, I'm sorry that I keep freaking out about the Chao guys, but it's just, they did such a good job animating the Chao here. And Sega, you guys gotta stop teasing this and just put them back in the games. But yeah, yeah, the animation, like look again how clean this was. Just
Hold on, little guy. I'll help.
a lot of people were saying that like they a lot of people reference the idea of like, yeah, if this were like a Sonic X remake, this is how I would want it to look. 100% agree. I loved Sonic X. I grew up with Sonic X as well. I mean, honestly, I would love to see a remake of Sonic X or just a new Sonic show, but like in this style. Like, I mean, I know there's the whole, there's a stereotype behind like Sega hire this man, but I mean, I guess Tyson Hesse is officially working for Sega in that sense. But it's like, hey, just let him do an entire show. Like, I would love a show with like this kind of animation, this kind of production value. Like have these guys do a full show. By the way, we've been seeing news on Sonic Prime, which is coming in December. Hope that's going to be good as well. All right. Nux, you gotta be gentle. Come on. Poor guy.
Hey, there. Here. This is what you were looking for, right?
Alright, he happy. Huh? Alright, then there's the portal gear. Now, I was pretty fascinated by this. Because as soon as I saw the portal gear, I'm like, is there gonna be... So he gets into cyberspace through Sky Sanctuary? It's like, wait a minute. Why is Sky Sanctuary on Angel Island linked to cyberspace? Why is it linked to cyberspace and the Starfall Islands?
It looks old. Even older than these ruins.
Good job on the lip syncing. Good job on the delivery of the vocals so far. Not perfect, but honestly, like, they're doing Knuckles justice here. But yeah, they're so far, like, to that point, they were definitely doing Knuckles justice. It's like, the writing, like, this is Flynn's writing, so it's weird because it's not only like Sonic X. I'll say this again at the end, but as I'm watching through this, it genuinely feels like I'm watching how I would expect one of the Archie comics or the IDW comics to read, and I gotta say, I love that. Like, I love how this video basically, this prologue basically plays out like how I would expect the comics to be animated and dubbed into a show. And like, see, this is what got me excited because we didn't know much about the story for Frontiers other than just what we read, and we didn't know how it was going to play out. But it's like, this is Flynn's writing right here. No, this animation is with Flynn's writing, and I'm like, Sega, if this is how the prologue plays out, if this is what you let Flynn do in the prologue, I swear, you better have let him do this level of writing and given him enough free reign to do what he needs to do and have this kind of writing in the story, because this feels like a comic made in, like, one of the comics, Archie or IDW made into, like, an actual show. We need that kind of writing in Sonic Frontiers. So if you guys did that, we're gonna be real happy. If you limited Flynn, then I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not gonna be the same. If you like limited him, he has to have, like, I guess some limitations to make sure that it's what Sega wants to, but like at the same time, it's like, listen, man, Flynn knows what he's doing. He knows how to write Sonic stories. He knows how to do characters justice, and he is doing Knuckles justice. I mean, if you haven't seen this next part, just wait until you see him start to fight, because But anyway, cyberspace linked to Sky Sanctuary, the Starfall Islands linked to Angel Island. It's like, what is he trying to say with this? It is getting me genuinely excited. And I haven't felt this in a while since Adventure Series, really. Like, really since Black Knight. I think that was like the last time that we had genuinely good. Okay, no. I am gonna say, like, it was like flying through this portal, and like they were trying to have him do, I guess, like a somewhat comical scream there. They should have just had him do like just a regular scream, but like just like, I'm so, like, what is that Tarzan scream, man? Like, no, just let him do. Why did you go with like literally the most comical sounding scream there? It's like I'm not blaming the voice acting for that. Like I'm blaming the sort of the voice direction. Like come on, Sega, you know better than that. And I guess people will jump on me and say like, oh, why do you not give Roger the same treatment? It's like because listen, man, Roger's been voicing Sonic for so long that like despite voice direction, like he should still know at this point like the direction to like sort of take Sonic and sort of go a little freestyle, have it be like try to take a more serious tone. But like they're giving Roger a more serious tone. I don't know if he can do it in Frontiers. We've heard some voice acting which is like a little bit better, but it's only been snippets here and there. But we'll see what happens. I hope Roger can pull it off because genuinely I think he can. Because we know he can do a better, more serious voice because he has a pretty wide range in his voice acting career. It's just I don't know if he can do the right voice for Sonic if he's just going to make it sound like just Roger Sonic again. But again, we'll see. But small nitpick there. Anyway, moving on.
What was that? What? Where am I? This isn't my island. Is this another one of your tricks, Eggman? Show yourself!
Not the best delivery, but, it's like he got the job done with that line. So now I guess this is, what, Ares Island, the desert island? And here's the Starfall Island enemies.
Oh, an ambush, huh? Your funeral.
Alright, not gonna lie. I just want to go back to that line again, because when he delivers this line...
An ambush, huh? Your funeral.
Alright, yeah, see? He was channeling a little bit of Idris there as well. That Idris Elba Knuckles, I mean, like, listen. That line was raw. This whole next section is raw. Like, voice direction for Knuckles at this part was pristine. Good stuff. The animation was clean. Just the entire, like, the story writing and just the direction of the animation and the video overall, like, chef's kiss, beautiful at this part. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Yo, let's go. Knuckles is back, baby! Yeah, give it to him. I love how it's like, yeah, no, he can have the cliff just... Oh. He can punch the ground enough to actually, like, split the cliff and just, like, I love that showcase of, like, Knuckles' raw power. And then there was, like, I think a Twitter edit that... did Tyson Hesse do this one, or did someone else do it? My friend Karubo actually, like, sent me, like, there was, like, a Twitter edit of, like, the Meet the Characters type thing that they did, the Tails Tube thing, where Knuckles is like, oh, look, I found interesting things all day. Like this new rock, look what it can do. And then they just go to this part where it's like, look what it can do. Bop. And I'm like, you know what? The clean transition. Good job. Good job. If that was Tyson Hesse that did that, like, he's having fun with it. I appreciate it. But, if it wasn't him that did it, like, good edit on your part. That was definitely good. But yeah, I just want to go back over this and just watch this again because this entire animation showcasing Knuckles' power, they're doing him justice. Like, this whole fight was so raw. Everything from, like, the movement, he does, like, a little spin dash there, referencing the fact that, like, yeah, Knuckles can do that too. That definitely felt like some movie vibes right there, like that. Good job synchronizing the music, just pristine, beautiful.
Whoever's behind this better show yourself now. We'll settle this in a fair fight. And after I win, you'll send me home. Got it?
That was good delivery. I'm going to give him that one. That was good delivery. So then we see the Ashura boss. And then there's Sage. Good animation on Sage. Alright. Yeah, you can tell this is Ian Flynn writing. This was a good job. The good transition to see how Knuckles got captured. He's pissed.
I do things on my own. That's just how I like it. I don't need anyone else to get by. But sometimes,
and then just trails off there. But yeah, for real, it's like, oh man, just as soon as I saw this, I mean, I'm right there with everyone else. Honestly, like we all just kind of popped off when we saw this, but it was just, I mean, I mean, you guys can tell. Like, I've only got a few words to say. I'm just kind of being a broken record, repeating what everyone else said. But I love the adventure influence. I love the fact that Chao are referenced there. The fact that the Chao is holding one of the Coco masks is like, please tell me there's a Chao Garden and/or equivalent in Frontiers. But at least tell me you're going to like reference the Chao, or maybe they'll be in the next game or something. But bring back the Chao. Not all of Knuckles' voice direction was perfect, but it's not top tier Knuckles. But honestly, it's like it was good voice direction with Knuckles. Like the entire fight scenario was good. When he's doing like the serious lines, he's fine. When he's just doing generic speaking, it's not as good, but it's still like passable. Because like if they're actually trying to be serious with I think Roger is with Sonic, and the current Knuckles VA is as well. I think they're doing a pretty good job. It's like no delivery is going to be perfect, but like with Flynn's writing, if they give him free reign and like they do the correct voice direction to at least make the VA sound like good enough, then it doesn't have to be perfect. Like I'm kind of, I have perfect pitch, and I'm like an audio guy with music and voice acting and stuff. So like I'm sort of like about like that perfect voice acting stuff and everything, but like even if it's not perfect and they're like genuinely trying, I can appreciate it, and I'm sure like everyone else can as well. But I think that's it. I think there's just credits roll. Now, that's not vandalized. That's I'm here. We're allowed to play. I'm here. So yeah, fair warning, everyone. Vandalize is I think under DMCA, which means that we're not going to be able to play that during the credits. So we are going to have to mute game audio for anyone streaming the game. Just reminder, you do have to mute game audio when Vandalize plays. I think we're allowed to play I'm here. So that shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, Tyson Hesse behind animation, obviously. Jasmine Hernandez. Yeah, Ian Flynn, Evan Stanley. Yep, comic. We got comic writers coming in. But yeah, you can tell it's just like you could tell it was Flynn's writing, and I love that it was, because I love Ian Flynn's writing. He does a good job. I think everyone's happy that he's the one who's like writing the script for Frontiers, and I hope they've given him as much free reign in Frontiers as they've given him in this prologue bit. It's interesting seeing Aaron Weber, because I was like, you know what? I have a feeling that Aaron is actually, despite the fact that he's not on like the official Sonic social media gameplay as much anymore. It's like I have a feeling he is working behind the scenes to sort of help things along, and I think he's trying to help. I have a feeling he's helping communicate what the fans really want to Sega in like a more concise way. So if that turns out to be the case and we see the result in Frontiers, then shout out to Aaron. I hope he's doing well. Yeah, we see Katie there. Like shout out to the entire team really, because you know what? It's like y'all have been this animation did the prologue justice. I just hope that Frontiers carries as well. I'm not gonna like give a positive or negative reaction in regards to that either way, but I just hope that this is indicative of the final product. That's all I'm gonna say at this point. And just more of the credits. Gotta say, it's like yeah, that animation is definitely better. And I gotta say, with like the good job to Otani with like the composition behind. I guess Otani did the music for the prologue as well. That was interesting. But Otani with I don't really prefer his more DJ electronic style, although he has been doing better with the cyberspace stages. Like I think he's been doing those justice from like the mix that he dropped the other day once again on the official Sonic YouTube right here. But with regards to I'm Here, I have to say like that sort of encapsulates his more orchestral rock style, which I feel like is his forte. I feel like that's his best his best style, honestly. And because like I think 06 was like the first game where he was like officially the lead composer. So like I feel like he hit his rhythm with his orchestral rock style. I kind of, his other styles are all right depending, but orchestral rock is definitely his strong suit. So like I'm kind of glad that that the main theme sort of encapsulates that. A lot of people have been liking Vandalize better than I'm Here, but I prefer I'm Here because it captures like that sort of heavy metal, orchestral rock, and just overall anime theme that I feel Sonic is genuinely supposed to have as a main theme. And I hope we hear that for like the final boss theme. Also SEGA, Supersonic, not only in boss battles, but playable in Overworld as like a final reward, please, and thank you. I hope that's the case. I'm Here is such a bop. Genuinely good stuff. And then I'm here, but I just gotta say, like, you know, listening to I'm Here again, like, great work on the rhythm guitar, and like the strings being ambient in the background is beautiful. Beautiful. Well done. Needs staccato strings and everything, yep. Still don't like that SEGA logo, honestly. I'm liking the new Sonic Team jingle, though. I think everyone is. But yeah, good job on me for pausing on that frame. But yeah, that's Sonic Frontiers Prologue. So, what are you guys thinking? Did you like the animation too? Because honestly, I loved it. I think they're doing the story justice, and they'll do the story of Frontiers justice if it's like this, and if Flynn is given the free reign he needs to write like he needs to. Because if it's this felt like the comics put into a show, and if the Frontiers is anything like that, then I feel like it's genuinely going to be a good game. I don't think the control and the cyberspace stages are going to be the best, which is unfortunate, but I think the exploration is going to be all right, and I think combat and story are going to carry. Like that's my feeling of the game, and honestly, it's like, even if the controls aren't perfect, despite the fact that I'm like a hardcore adventure fan, and I love the way Sonic plays in SA1, like, you know, we have drop dash, which means we have rolling physics. We have like a light dash finally again, so I'm happy about that. I like the fact that they're using adventure level design. My main problem with the cyberspace stages is they're just using adventure level design, but they're not really, like, it doesn't blend with the aesthetic for the cyberspace stages because they're only using like 3 motifs and everything. So it's like, you know, that green forest drop where it's like, because it feels like, oh, there's a spinning spike ball like what you're doing on the bungee cord right before the swap, but it feels like they just put in like some generic modern Sonic gimmicks with the green forest stage structure in Frontiers and the cyberspace stage, so it doesn't feel as immersive. And like with the physics feeling off, like it's, I don't know, it's like the level structure just feels a little bit off with that, but I think it's still going to be good enough, or well, not good enough, but like, you know, passable, and like the overall feel of the game with like combat and how Sonic moves, and the fact that he's going to have a good turning radius seemingly, and using his speed for combat and not just like running fast and holding a button in like one direction. Like, you know, I'm glad they're using even if it's a boost formula Sonic, it's like not my favorite control for Sonic, but I'm glad they're like using him more creatively, and it does look like, I'm going to say the M word now, guys. Momentum. It does look like momentum actually does carry, as they did play Sonic Frontiers on stream, the Sonic official show, and they showcased how like you could gain speed, and like drop dash looked decent. It sort of looked somewhat forced, but it did look decent. I wonder if you can hit enemies with it, because that would be cool. Sort of like, you know, hit them from far away. It's probably just easier to go into the instant homing attack and everything and just start chaining combos. They didn't show off too much more combat, but yeah, aside from that, it's like, it does look like there is some level of momentum that can carry, which is good, or slope physics, or retaining your speed and being able to utilize slopes to get to higher locations with speed, for lack of better phrasing. But anyway, yeah, and of course, they showcase the soap shoes and everything, which I actually have to make sure to subscribe to that newsletter to get that, because you know we're going to be playing with the soap shoes. Like, day one, we're having that on there if possible. But anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you so much for 900 subs. Don't forget to vote. There's only 1 day left at the time of this video to vote for what you want to see in the 900 sub special. It's either Deathless Run on Triple Trouble 16-bit or Damageless Run on Fallen Star. Keep it right here all week, because we're doing plenty of Sonic content to celebrate Frontiers' launch as we count down. We'll be running the 900 subscriber special on Twitch on Friday, and it will be posted to YouTube the same day. because one way or another, we're going to complete whatever challenge that you guys vote on. So yeah, no, for those of you who want to see Perfect Run on Fallen Star, definitely make sure to vote for that because time's running out. You only got one day left to vote for it because I'm closing the poll Thursday evening. And then Friday, we're going to run the 900 sub special. Don't forget, if we hit 1,000 subs before Frontiers launches, then we'll do Big the Cat Fishing Challenge and Sonic Labyrinth 100%. But either way, we're running Sonic Adventure 2 for 1K subs, and one way or another, we're going to run Sonic Frontiers on launch day. So that'll be live on Twitch on launch day, and it'll be on whatever we run on Twitch will be edited and on YouTube the same night. I want to make sure to get everyone as much Frontiers content as possible. I'm incredibly excited to play it. I hope you guys are just as excited to see what it's going to be like and to enjoy the experience with me. It's going to be a real fun ride. Will Sonic fall back into being a meme, or will he play like a dream? Either way, in less than a week, we're going to find out. Sonic Frontiers is almost here, guys, and I'm incredibly excited. So thank you so much for all the support. I'm incredibly grateful we got to 900 subs before launch. Here's hoping we can get to 1K, but even if not, I'm thankful for the support nonetheless. Anyway, I've rambled long enough. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you're excited for Sonic Frontiers as well, and hope you guys are looking forward to enjoying it on Twitch and YouTube as much as I am playing it, because this is pretty much the game that's going to... I mean, I don't want to just definitively say this, but it does feel like the game that's going to decide the fate of the franchise, because this one has to slap. This game has to deliver, because after that, at that point, Sonic just belongs to the fans. You know, I'm sorry, but it's like this game, Frontiers has to deliver. It absolutely has to deliver. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you all so much for the support. Look forward to the 900 sub special on Friday, as well as a bunch of other Sonic content throughout the week. This is Lightning Thunderbolt signing off. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, as always, keep on staying way past cool.